Hello guys, welcome back to another Roblox Studio video on the channel. Today is going to be about click detectors. So usually you'd have, say, a part, and there'll be like a click thing. You'll click it and like the part explodes or something. Something like that. And also I just need to point out there that about Roblox, I can't be playing Roblox recently because my Roblox is broken. Like, it's not letting me on. So, just to bear that in mind. Anyways, let's get started with the video. So, you first need to spawn in a singular part. Don't know why I deleted the other one. And add inside that part, because of course you want to click it. So, you need a click detector. And also, you need a script, just so you know what you want to happen to that part. So you're first going to make a variable which is local click detector equals script dot parent dot click detector. Now, so that's your variable. Whenever you say click detector, it's the same as script.parent.click detector. So let's first start by saying click detector, and then let's do a dot. Now, after this dot, if you scroll all the way down, you eventually see mouse click, mouse hover enter, mouse hover leave, and right mouse click. You see those four things. So say I want mouse click. So say I want that. So click detector dot mouse click connect and then function. Also delete this bracket and put player who clicked. Once you've put that, eventually when you in the script, if you press enter, you'll be above an end thing. Then whatever you put in here, it will do. So say for example gain.workspace.parts .transparency equals 0.5. So now if I were to test this out, and I were to click this block, it'll go transparent, sort of. So, but that's what it does. If I click it multiple times, it doesn't do anything else. So we want it to go back to normal. So we're going to have to do click detector dot mouse click instead of mouse click, actually, because you have a mouse click here. If you were to do this as a mouse click, then it will do this and this, and that would just do nothing. So we'll do right mouse click colon connect with function in these brackets, also with the player who clicked. And then in here you could put, say for example I want it to go back to normal, gain.workspace.parts.transparency equals 0. So now if I were to right click the block, it will go back to normal. So if I go to the base plate, play it, and if I were to click this block normally, it would go to 0.5, and if I were to right click it, then it will go back to normal. And then you can do this multiple times. Yeah, and you can just do it multiple times. But say I want to make sure my players know, if I were to have it as a button, make sure I wanted them to know it's a button. So I need to say click detector dot mouse hover enter. That means if I were to put my mouse over it, it will change to what you'll do in here. Most people do colour. So if I didn't want all of this, so I just had the local click detector equals script dot parent dot click detector. So now if I were to do connect function, take away that, and even if it's a hover enter, you'll still do player who clicked. And then you also make sure you do something in there, so like game.workspace.part.transparency equals 0.5. Now, if I were to run it, if I were to put my mouse over it, it will go 0.5. If I were to click it or right click it, it will do nothing now. And if I would leave, it would still be 0.5. So say I want them to know, like you can do it, and then if you just put your mouse over it, it just does that. I want them to know you can put it over, let go, put it over, let go. This can be used for making sure they know it's a button. Because if you just keep this, they're probably like, oh, I've clicked the button then. So you've got to do click detector dot mouse hover leave colon connect brackets with function and player who clicked. So now we'll do game.workspace.part.transparency equals 0. So this is basically what we did last time, but it's saying hover or leave. So if I put my mouse over it, 0.5, leave, back to 0. So I could just do that. So you can see the base plate, you can't. You can also do this with, you can also make it a button still with this. So I could do all this, if I copy this, paste it. Then if I do mouse click, then I could do game.workspace.part2. So if I create another part in the workspace and I scale it massive, well not massive, but just like a wall, and I rename it as part 2, I go to the script and then I make sure transparency equals 1. So now if I run it, then there's the wall still and there's a button. I would move my mouse over it, it would not change, but if I were to click it, the wall would disappear. But I would still be able to feel it because can collide is true. Here is one of my creations I made using this. So if I go to group games test, so this is one of the things I made using this. So this is this. I hover over it, it goes green, you click it, and it goes yellow, you wait, and then it goes green. And also the same around here, like it waits and then goes and you can obviously go through, and it also closes using lights as well. So that's just something I made using the buttons, and it's a really useful thing. So yeah, I hope you get really well. Hope you use this a lot, because this is, as I said, it was used most of the time in games. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.